Night.
Well, I did indeed, Pat. Actually, I talked to them late this morning. He started a match against Guillermo Vilas about 6:45 last night. They played for 3 hours and 44 minutes, and it really unraveled to be a fantastic comeback for Orantes. He started playing with his favorite racket, which had been restrung, and he said it was too tight. It was tighter than he liked it. He played 2 sets of tennis, and he said with the top spin shots by Vilas coming high, he said, I just couldn't get the pace and the depth that I wanted. And he lost the first 2 sets 6-4, 6-1. He switched to a racket strung at about 52 or 3 pounds tension, which means the ball can come off the racket more quickly. He won the 3rd set 6-2 after being down 2-love in the 3rd set. Then Vilas ran off 5 straight games and had 3 match points in the 6th game. Orantes fought back. He thought he was dead. He said he thought he was out of it, but he said, I just had to try to make some shots and run and run and run, and run he did. At 5-1, he fought off 2 more match points. He came back and won the 4th set 7-5 and the 5th 6-4. He got to bed about 2:30. He got up about 11. He's had breakfast. That's his training meal. He said, I just got up. I couldn't eat lunch. I had to eat breakfast. He doesn't think it'll have too much effect on him, but I personally think it will, because you can't play that long and that late without being a little bit flat and a little bit tired.
I don't think there's any question about it. It has to have an effect. Now, 20 years ago, this week, in fact, you were the champion at Forest Hills. What are these guys thinking about now, Jimmy Connors and Manuel Orantes? Is there pressure on one more than the other?
I don't think so, Pat. There's pressure on both of them. They want to win. They're not thinking about the remuneration, the prizes, anything else. They want to win the tennis match, and doing so, they know all the good things that will come with it. They're both fine competitors. Connors has had a little bit easier time, particularly yesterday, though he defeated Borg in 3 7-5 sets. And I know they're both ready. I have to favor Jimmy more so than ever now because of the long match Orantes.
They warm up. Orantes closest to you. You heard Tony Trabert's rundown of his conversation with Manuel a little bit earlier.
No, I don't think so, and I don't think he wants to. Jim has learned to be a little more patient on this type of surface. It's a little slower. They're the lifetime records. Connors is 5-1 over Orantes. A little misleading because they are 1-1 on clay courts. Orantes defeated Connors 2, much the same, though his schedule was probably thrown off somewhat by his long match and late finish last night. He finished at 10:30. By the time he finished with the press, had his shower, got home, he said he was still very keyed up.
Just get an idea of how tennis has grown by looking at that top figure. $496,000, including the 2 challenge matches. Connors has won that much, including those 2 matches in Las Vegas. Orantes, $118,000. I don't know what's going on. Something on the far side of the court behind Connors.
We put a lot of Spaniards up there. We got a lot of calls.
Behind Connors, you put it.
Orantes is going to serve first. Here we go.
That's about the way I thought he'd have to do it to the first point of the match. Hard attacking shot.
Serve was called out by Frank Hammond, one of the best linesman umpires in the business.
Here comes Connors.
There's Frank Hammond, alert. Notice he doesn't try to follow the flight of the ball. He's watching down that line.
Out. Now, 40.
Triple break point for Connors in the first game of the finals of the U.S. Open Men's Singles Championships.
Connors Connors wins the first game. The United States Open Men's Singles Championship. Connors, 1 game. This is action now in the second game. The first point of the second game. The ball is out, so it's love 15 now. In the second game, Connors won the first one.
You know, I would think that Orantes would like to get in some long rallies at this time in the match to get loosened up. He's definitely a little stiff and really not into it yet, and a couple of good long rallies could loosen those muscles some.
50 all.
And muscles he has in abundance.
Good pair of underpinnings.
Mm-hmm. He was seated number 3. Connors was seated number 1.
Great approach shot, right on the baseline.
Borg's comment in the paper after the match against Connors said he hits the ball so hard and so deep. And, of course, that's the name of the game. Jimmy Connors.
Connors beat Borg in the semifinals to get this.
.40-15.
40-15.
Two-hander by Connors. Cross-court catches the sideline. He now leads 2 games to none.
Orantes held up his hand, admiring the shot, telling Jimmy that was a great one.
One of the nicest kids you'll ever see on a tennis court. No matter how much pressure he's under, what the score is, he always acknowledges good shots by his opponent.
He's 26, and Connors is 23.
I wonder when it was the last time we played the U.S. Open or Forest Hills with 2 lefties in the finals. Bill Talbert, you're an expert on that.
Good question. I can go back to Johnny Doig in 1932, but he didn't play a left-hander. Going along. Fraser.
Laver's championship?
Laver. I flunked the test.
Shot, and this is wide. 15 all.
Out. 30.
Watch your hands, Bob. Money. Yeah.
Ball.
Watch it.
.40-15 for Orantes. So with 1 point here, he'll get on the board for the first time.
Orantes on the board now. Connors won the first 2 games. Orantes wins this one. So, on the champ, we're in the 4th game now. 15 love the score in this game, with Connors serving from the far court to Orantes in this court. Connors leads in games 2-1.
Perfect topspin lob by Orantes. Orantes. 15 all. Bill, have you found out the answer to that left-handed question?
Yes, the last two lefties in the final of 1969, Rod Laver beat Tony Roach in 4 sets.
We have bad memories.
But you do good research.
We've hit a lot of tennis balls in the net in those years.
15-30. Connors in the far court. Orantes with his back to you in the near court.
30 all.
Orantes saying, move to the ball. Don't just reach for it. Move the feet. And move the feet he does, and very well, as does Connors.
Extremely fast, both of them.
Ball was out. And break point for Orantes. This could get him back on serve if he can win this point and break Connors' serve. So Jimmy Connors misses the short approach shot, and Manuel Orantes of Barcelona, Spain is even at 2 all in the first set.
Game Orantes. Games are 2 all.
Ancho Segura, Connors' coach, advisor. Guy who really took him under his wing. And I suppose Tony and Bill, if it can be said this way, made him the tennis player he is.
He had a lot to work with.
And Jimmy's mother and grandmother really did most of the work, and Pancho put the finishing touches on it. That's out.
15 love.
He looks a little insecure right now, does Connors?
You know, this type of tennis now is so different for both players. Both Orantes against Vilas and Connors against Borg players hit a lot of topspin. The ball jumped up high. Now the ball is staying low.
Orantes tried the drop shot, which I know is not one of your favorites, Tony.
Well, it's just low percentage. Of course, you must try them once in a while, and they're hard to make. If you don't make it perfectly, you usually get beat.
Good serve. Right down the middle line.
Got a big serve for a little guy.
He does.
15.
30-15. It was fun talking to him this morning about his match with Vilas, and he was recounting some of the points. He's saying at 4 all, I made 2 good shots, a topspin lob over his head, and I hit a serve on the line that skidded away for an ace, and his eyes lit up. Marvelous guy.
30 all.
30 all the score. It's amazing how a player in almost any sport can, when he's involved, as these two obviously are, can recall almost everything that happened.
He stands close to the center when serving to the deuce court. I've noticed that when he serves to the edge court, he's a good bit further over.
Just missed.
I think he wants to be able to swing the ball wider in the deuce courts as a lefty stands out there farther. The difference between those 2 shots, Connors' approach on the previous ball was short, and he got past. That time he hit it deeper, and as a result, Orantes hit it in the net. Back to deuce. 2 all in the first set.
He's going to follow that one in. Hadn't tried that one before.
catch it, I don't think. He got to it after all, but it's out over the sideline.
Look again.
The topspin lob. Jimmy turns. He knows the ball's going to run away from him when it bounces. He got to it, flipping it back, using a lot of risk, but it went out over the sideline. And back live, Orantes serving with the ad.
Games are 2-2. Good serve from Orantes. Jimmy Connors against Manuel Orantes. Connors to serve now, trailing 2-3.
Connors will circle the mark. One thing about Hartrue, the ball does leave a mark. It's easy to see it.
Doesn't mean there are no arguments, though.
That for sure. 15 all.
Up. 30-15.
The wrong way. Let's look again at that.
This is what set it all off. The top spin down at Connors' feet. He half-volleyed the ball weakly on the service line. Connors gets down the line. Orantes went cross-court for the winner. Back live, it's 30 all.
He waits well. He doesn't hurry his shot.
30-20.
And break point for Orantes. Orantes has won the last 3 games after Connors won the first 2 games. And his wife, Dominique, anxiously watching on as Orantes has broken Connors' serve for the second time in a row and has assumed a 4-2 lead in his first set.
Game Orantes, lead 4-2.
Later today, Connors will play in the men's doubles finals with Ilya Nastasi against Marty Reeson and Tom Ocker.
Call a fault.
Orantes thought it was good.
Say goodnight. Connors has broken a string in his racket.
He just went over a minute ago and changed rackets.
Orantes doesn't know he's not there. Watch when he looks up. Hello. Where'd he go?
Talk about concentration. That's a pretty good example right there.
And a routine. A player gets into a certain sequence, a certain rhythm. Love 15.
For a minute, he thought he had won by default.
And he'd be the last fellow to want to win it that way.
I can imagine that's true. Connors would be the last guy to give it to you that way, too.
Orantes is hitting a lot of forehands with underspin, not giving Connors a lot of pace.
moves so easily.
Very
He
graceful.
always seems to be in position. It's interesting, Tony. Hit that ball with an open stance. Very unusual.
And it's love 30. When Connors jumps on that short ball and hits it that hard, you don't have as much time to do all that preparation. And triple break point for Connors. A little bit of a loose game by Orantes so far. Take a look at that again. Connors comes in, gets the drop shot, hits his ball up the line. He sees it coming cross court and tries a drop volley that wasn't too good. As Bill Talbert described it, bad shot. Still double break point for Connors. It's 15-40. By Jimmy Connors, breaks Orantes' serve. They're now back on serve as they change course, with Orantes leading 4-3 in the first set. He's had a tremendous run down there. He's won like 350 matches and lost about 110.
Sounds like your record. Serving at 3-4. Oh!
Caught the line.
President of CBS Incorporated, Arthur Taylor, who is a tennis enthusiast and a tennis player himself, watching this final action. Connors back.
All.
15-all. The obvious game plan of Orantes is not to give Connors pace, try to move him around.
Oh, yes, yes.
30-58.
He really has those quick feet.
He does indeed, and the real story about a top professional athlete or a top tennis player is that when he gets that ball above the net like that, he really goes after it. He's not afraid of it. He's not afraid to miss it. 30-15, Connors leading. The volley was out.
It's 30-all.
Orantes puts such pressure on you that you have to go for even a better shot, and that's why Jimmy misses a few.
Both players have respect for the other's ground strokes, the ability to make the passing shots.
Connors' ball hit the line. Beautiful backhand by Orantes.
Unbelievable. He was about 6 yards behind the baseline when he hit that shot.
Well, take a look and see how far Orantes is back. See, he's 12, 14 feet behind the baseline and hit a passing shot that Connor just got his racket on. As we come back live, it's break point for Orantes. He missed it.
Keeps talking to himself about swinging through the ball.
Deuce, the first set, Connor serving. Double fault. And break point number 2 for Orantes. First double fault of the match. Orantes on your left, Connor's on your right. Back to deuce.
Connor serving 3-4.
Jimmy's missing that serve by a good bit on the first one. That was way wide.
Here's so much, Tony, about the solid ground strokes of Connors and the two-handed backhand and so on and so forth. Rarely do you see him miss an overhead.
That's correct. And, you know, he's not what's considered to be an outstanding volleyer, but he comes in behind such good shots, he oftentimes has easy balls to volley.
Don Budge was one that did that so well.
We're back to deuce. Against Borg, Connors said that he was being passed early in the match, and he suddenly realized Borg was making most of the passing shots up the line and started to look for it.
What do you mean off the line?
He's going up the line, instead of cross court.
Right.
And Connors started to play for it. He'd come to the net and then look for the shot to come up the line, and he was much more successful at picking off the passing shots.
You think about Rosewall when you talk that way?
Uh-huh.
Advantage Connors.
Rosewall always went cross court on his forehand.
And one of those good smashes you're talking about, Pat Summerall, has gotten Connors even at 4-all in the first set.
That, in the upper right-hand corner, that darker green-looking surface, is Mod Sod. And maybe, Bill Talbot, you could tell us something about that.
Well, I think it's a great court and the court of the future because it has all the ingredients of grass except no bad bounces. And it does pay off the player with the premium shot. He's not penalized by a slow court that everyone can get the ball back on.
I understand also very little maintenance.
No maintenance at all. That court's been down for 10 months and hasn't been touched. Played on after a snow last winter.
And back of the action down at courtside, Orantes won the first point. It's 15-love.
Games are 4-all.
Perfect shot by Jimmy Connors. You'll see Connors come in after the drop shot. It was a good drop shot, and he goes back up the line and hits it right in the corner. Orantes couldn't get there. Back live, it's 15-all. When the good player makes a drop shot, he moves inside the baseline in case the other player drops it back over the net. So when you go up the line, as Connors did, you've got him locked up.
Nastase and his wife Dominique just disappeared from your picture. They're watching Connors. Good friends, and Nastase is Connors' doubles partner. They'll play later on this afternoon.
Nasty won the Zing Championship 6-1 against Gerolaitis this morning.
Come on now, you got to explain that.
It's a new game in town.
Here comes Connors on the attack. His ball wasn't too deep, and it gave Orantes a good swing at it, and he just hit a nice backhand cross-court for a clean winner. Back live, it's 40-15. Orantes serving at 4-all in the first set. And, of course, this is the men's singles finals of the U.S. Open Championships at Forest Hills, New York.
Thought the ball at his end of the court was not good.
No, he's now saying yes, it was good. He looked at the mark, he looked at the lines, he realized that ball hit right on the sideline and almost on the baseline as well. It's 40-30.
Games are 4-all. Holds service. And for the U.S. Open Men's Singles Championships, he leads in the first set 5-4. You're looking at Forest Hill. Connors serving at 4-5 now in the first set for the Men's Singles Championship of the United States at Forest Hills, New York. Ball is out.
Not 15.
Orantes throwing a lot of junk at him. No speed, nothing to work on. Got to put it all on yourself.
Out. 15-all.
Again, Orantes saying to himself, move your feet, don't just stab out for the ball. It's 15-all.
Shots from Orantes look very deceptive.
Well, he goes either way. He can go down the line, he'll roll it. He also hits the top spin lob, so it's tough to pick.
He waits so long, too, to make the shot. He can hold it.
And it's double set point for Orantes. 15-40, double break point.
Just on the line.
There's Pancho Segura nervously watching. It's still set point for Orantes. Connors anticipated the forehand by Orantes coming cross court, and there it came. fighting the ball. In comes Connors. Orantes bangs a forehand down the line and wins the first set from Jimmy Connors, 6-4. A tremendous ovation for the Spaniard.
That is only the second set of this tournament that Connors has lost. He lost one set to Harold Solomon. And that is all. Now he's behind for the first time in this championship. And the number 1 seed looks a little bit concerned.
We have some attendance figures that I think you'll be proud to announce as tournament director.
Hey, that looks good. 216,683 for the tournament. That's about 63,396 more than we had last year.
And our congratulations to you and your staff for a job well done.
Thank you.
Orantes serving to Connors. Score is 15-love. Orantes won this first set 6-4. He's playing like a man charged up.
Let's watch the drop shot by Orantes. You'll see Connors take the looping swing, which normally says cross court. Orantes read it up the line, blocked the volley into the open court, and he now has 30-love in the first game of the second set.
His plan seems to be just to run Jimmy as much as he can, make him move all over the court, in, out, back, around.
And he's hitting a lot of underspin on both forehand and backhand, which keeps the ball lower and it's stretching Jimmy out a little bit more. 30-15.
Whatever that plan is, it's working so far. Orantes won the first set 6-4. It's now 40-15 in the first game of the second set.
Hard work.
Okay, look again.
And watch how Connors anticipates. He goes cross court. He sees the volley coming down the line and really banged the forehand volley for a winner. Back live, it's 40-30. That's Connors waiting to return Orantes' serve. And the service ace by Manuel Orantes helps him hold serve in the first game of the second set.
Great job turned in this past 12 days by a lot of people here at the West Side Tennis Club. I'll tell you about some of those in a minute. All the officials, though, have done just an outstanding job.
Too much depth and power that time. 30-love.
Maybe you could hear Connors grunting after every shot. Hear that? Listen after this serve. You think he's not putting everything he's got into it?
And a service ace by Jimmy Connors helps him hold serve and level at 1-all.
Like he might be getting serious about this thing.
Second set.
Giving himself that little pep talk with a pat on the bottom.
Let's get fired up. Let's get going.
really doesn't look like much of a second serve from Orantes.
Gets a lot of spin on it, Pat. I was talking to Tony about it. He almost starts under the ball, comes up, over, and around it, and it has a lot of forward motion to it. Lands short, but carries deep and bounces high, which is a tough ball to hit. Not the most decisive volley, but a winner.
Okay, let's watch Connors go cross court for the ball. Goes down the line, but Orantes got over there quickly enough to volley cross court.
15 all. Games are 1 all in the second set.
Was out just over the baseline. 30-15.
Both players start with one ball in their hand when they serve. That method of putting a ball in the pocket was started by another boy from St. Louis, Butch Buchholz.
Of course, Connors does it because he hits a two-handed shot. He doesn't want a ball in his hand.
John Bromwich used to hit with two ends. He'd throw the ball behind him as if he got the first serve in. The depth of the ground strokes in this match have been excellent.
Good point.
40-30.
Here comes Connors. His ball lands very deep. The lob was short. Orantes was out of position, so Connors just blocked the volley into the open court. It's 40-30. 1 all in the second set. Orantes won the first set 6-4. Way out over the baseline by Connors. So Orantes successfully holds his serve to lead 2-1 in the second set. He's won the first set 6-4.
Orantes just hit a great lob to win the first point of the fourth game of the second set. Connors serving at 1-2 after Orantes won the first set 6-4. Score is love 15. Who yesterday won the women's championship, United States Open. Looking on with a very, very concerned expression right now.
Rightfully so.
I think you're right.
It's love 30. Now it's love 40. Triple break point for Orantes.
Jimmy asking someone to be quiet while the point's in progress.
Good forcing shot by Connors. Orantes went for broke from a very difficult position and knocked it about 20 feet past the baseline. 15-40. Good. For the second time in the same game, a worried Francis Segura watching. We'll take a look at it again. Watch the topspin lob by Orantes. He did it on the first point, which you did not see because of the commercial. You see it there, high over Connors' head, dipping quickly near the baseline for a winner. Orantes has broken serve and now leads 3-1 in the second set.
He won the first set. He was seeded number 3. Connors was seeded number 1. Connors had a rather easy time getting into the finals. Orantes, very difficult one.
Bad error that time by Connors. He made a good play. He hit a deep ball and sort of sneaked into the net. Orantes tried to float it deep, and Connors had a pretty easy volley, but he hit it over the baseline.
Good serve from Orantes.
And he's in trouble.
He is indeed.
The thing that Connors has to do is try to remain patient, but on the other hand, continue to look for the openings. Service ace.
All we look at then was the ball going by. Beautiful serve.
40.
Here's a guy that's playing with a lot of confidence. Not that one. Orantes.
Got good wrist action in that serve.
Big winner there by Connors. It's 40-15 for Orantes. He's leading 3-1 in the second set.
Orantes nodded to Connors and said, nice
40,
shot.
30.
Connors has missed that same shot when he's tried to go under the ball, but that time he had a lot of topspin on it and hit it for an outright winner.
Bright sun out there now. That always helps.
Deuce.
Double fault got Connors even. Second for Orantes.
Out, and just like that, coming from 40 love, Connors now has a break point. Orantes had 40 love. He's now looking at the possibility of losing his serve. Connors bouncing up and down, trying to get the adrenaline flowing.
Jimmy.
Unforced error by Connors.
Bad error. On a crucial point. Very crucial for Jimmy.
Scores deuce.
Tony, would it make any sense with Jimmy coming to net, always going to the corner, the forehand or the backhand, to possibly try the middle?
Sure, it cuts down the angle. Might be a good play. It's break point again for Connors.
Good serve and a good return.
Oh, a great shot.
Jimmy liked it.
Sort of a stiff arm overhead by Connors for a placement.
Football returns in a big way next Sunday afternoon on CBS. They're the games you will see next Sunday on CBS. Right now, action at Forest Hills. Pick it up. Orantes in the near court. Connors at the top of your picture. That's first point.
Great lob by Jimmy from a very difficult position.
And Chris Everett watching on, enjoying that particular point.
Just to update you a little bit more. All right. Orantes won the first set 6-4. He leads in this set 3-2. Connors serving now, 30-love.
Delayed call called out. $40 for Connors
To get even.
He got to hold this serve to get even at 3-all. It's out.
40-15.
Funny that 40-love lead sometimes seems so big, but it can just evaporate so quickly.
Saw it happen just a minute ago to Orantes.
Effective with his drop shot. Used it well.
40-30.
Yeah, he's not always trying to win outright with it, but he figures that if Jimmy gets to it, he'll be low. He won't be able to do much with it, and that'll give him a good swing at a passing shot. Still 40-30. So Orantes on your left, Connors on the right. Not this time, nope. So Jimmy Connors holds serve to get even at 3-all in the second set.
Games are 3-all.
Orantes won the first set 6-4. He'll be serving now new balls.
Changing balls on 9 and 7. 7 and 9.
First, that's 7, and then 9 means that they allow 2 games for the warm-up on the original balls. After that, every 9 games, they'll change.
Got the tape.
You know, watching Orantes, if you don't really understand what he's trying to do, it looks like he's tentative, like he's scared, but he really is just not trying to hit the ball very hard on purpose. Just out.
Looks almost casual about the whole thing.
Well, he has fine composure on the court. Good inner control.
Like one of the Latin lovers.
Back in the 30s, great champion Ellsworth Bynes was beaten here at Forest Hills by Sidney Wood using the same tactic, just kicking the ball back, throwing nothing on it, no speed.
And that was on grass.
On grass. A little harder to do than on this.
Yeah, that would be pretty tough to beat Connors, giving him no speed on grass and staying back.
I think he was a little indecisive on that one. He didn't know whether to go down the line or cross court, and then at the last minute he said down, cross court and way out.
30-all. Out.
40-30.
I'm impressed with that second serve of Orantes. No speed, but good bit of topspin. It really puts Jimmy in a difficult position.
Jimmy might try to take that ball earlier once in a while on the second serve, maybe tack behind it. It's 40-30.
Nerve.
Up to it and just hit it over the other side. Tremendous effort by Jimmy Connors, but it wasn't enough.
I hope he's in good shape.
Orantes holds serve and now leads.
First point of the 8th game of the second set. Connors serving at 3-4.
That's the best way to take away that little dink stuff and that soft stuff, is to come in behind that serve a few times, then he's going to have to swing at it. Out over the baseline.
15 all.
Well, I'll tell you, there's plenty of pressure on Jimmy Connors right now because he's lost the first set. It's very close in the second set. He knows he has to stay in this second set or he's really in trouble. Take a look at the ball that Connors perhaps misses more than any other shot. The low approach on the one-hander, he hits the net an awful lot with it. 15-30. He overcompensated that time and hit it over the baseline, and it's now double break point for Orantes, which would put the Spaniard ahead 5-3 in the second set. Of course, that's a big if. He has to win one of the next 2 points to do it. Right smack on the baseline. Connors let the ball go, but I don't think he could have really reached it and had a play, so he had to just hope it would go out, but it didn't.
Where would Orantes have gotten his idea of those dink shots, the underspin? Is that his idea? Who's his coach?
I don't know who his coach is, Pat, but he's played Connors 6 times. He's 1-1 with him on clay courts, and obviously you can't outslug Connors, so the next best thing is to try to soften it up.
He has been masterful at that.
It's not easy, Pat, to manufacture your own speed, especially on this court, where no matter how hard you hit it, some player of Orantes' ability can track it down. Good volley by Connors, solid.
Love 15.
Connors on the left, Orantes on the right. Love 15. 5-3 in the second set.
Good serve.
15 all.
Now that's the answer to it. Just do that every time.
We'll take a look at that answer right here as Orantes hits a short ball to Connors' two-hander. He just comes in and really whips it cross court. No way Orantes can get to it. Back live.
15-30.
Unbelievable lob off of a very tough shot.
Super tennis by Orantes. 30 all the score now.
That lob just seemed to carry more and more, and Jimmy got up for it, just could barely reach it.
Oh!
Out over the sideline, and it's now set point for Orantes in the second set. The Spaniard has won the first set 6-4.
30.
Way out over the baseline, so the underdog, Manuel Orantes, now leads Jimmy Connors 6-4 and 6-3, 2 sets to love.
Jimmy Connors in the far court. Connors serving now the first game of the third set. Orantes won the first two. 6-4 and 6-3.
I don't believe it.
Fantastic forehand by Orantes.
Just keep in mind again that he played tennis here last night until 10:30 against Guillermo Vilas to get into the finals, and watch him.
Good anticipation by Jimmy.
15 all.
The packed stadium is just loving the tennis. They're really enthusiastic. They gave both players a tremendous ovation as they came out of their respective ends of the court. 15
Somebody
all.
talking to Connors up behind him. Connors just offered him his racket. Said, if you want to play, come down. And now another vocal member.
One thing about tennis fans, they won't permit an individual to do a lot of that shouting. They'll get on in themselves because they want to see tennis the way it should be.
The influence of world team tennis, Tony, you know, they encourage them to do that.
Okay, it's 15 all.
The accuracy of those lobs has been incredible. Chrissy Everett watching as Connors has his day getting longer and longer.
Shot. Good play by both fellas. Take a look at their rallying. Connors comes in with a real hard one-hander up the line. Orantes couldn't handle it. It's now 30 all. We're in the first game of the third set. Orantes has surprisingly won the first two sets 6-4, 6-3. again. Lob for an outright winner by Manuel Orantes.
30-40.
Connors comes charging in. Orantes takes the loop, flips it up over his head. Jimmy knows he can't reach it and can't get back for it. It's now break point for Orantes to get back to live action. That's the first serve by Connors that misses.
It's 30-40. That's it. Love in the second game of the third set. Orantes serving to Connors. Spaniard won the first two sets. Very, very concerned Chris Everett, who won the women's championship here at Forest Hills yesterday.
And she knows that feeling of being in a tight battle because she was in a bunch of trouble herself. She had lost the first set against Yvonne Goolagong. Very close in the second set and was down a break in the third, but the champion that she is, she came through. Just out.
30 all.
30 all. Now, Pat, the official referee of the U.S. Open is Mike Blanchard, and his wife, Flo, received the 1975 John T. McGovern Umpires Award for given annually to the official who contributes the most to the cause of tennis officiating. Quite an officiating family.
.30 now, with Orantes serving.
And that low, slow stuff by Orantes is really very, very effective so far against Connors.
One of the very, very few times he has even thought about coming to the net.
He's a human backboard, that man Orantes, you know?
Who thought of that?
You sit here and watch him hit all those balls, it's not hard.
That ball hit the tape and skipped into Orantes.
Let's watch Connors. He just pounds the one-hander up the line. Orantes rolled across court, and the ball hit about a foot inside the sideline. It's advantage Orantes. Orantes leads 1-love with a service break in the third set, and he's won the first two sets. And a service ace by Orantes hit on the sideline and skipped away. Orantes holds serve and now leads 2-love in the third set.
Never seen that expression on Jimmy Connors' face. I've never seen him lose, in fact. Of course, he has, but I've never seen it. He looks dejected, worried.
Yeah, I wouldn't say dejected, Pat. Certainly confused and a little frustrated. One thing about Connors, when he gets in trouble, he really goes for broke. He doesn't pull his horns in. That's out. 15 all is obviously worried. Ili Nastasi looks on from the sidelines.
Orantes is the man who eliminated Nastasi in 4 sets. And, of course, Ilya is Connors' doubles partner. They'll play later on this afternoon in the doubles finals. against Tom Acker and Marty Reeson.
30-15. That's out. 40-15. A smart play by Connors on that second smash, Pat. Instead of going from one corner to the other, he hit it straight up the middle, figuring that Orantes would be guessing and going to one corner.
Ball's good.
Right on the line. Orantes isn't sure. Connors wasn't sure, but he'll certainly take the call.
Games are 2-1. That's Manuel's wife.
She sort of looks nervous, but I'm sure just hoping that her husband can pull home a winner from this spot. Orantes is serving, leading 2-1 in the third set, and he's won the first two sets.
If he wins, he'll take away $25,000, plus the prestige of being the U.S. Open champion.
Here comes Connors on the attack. The good one-hander cross court, very deep. The lob was not deep enough, and Connors knocked the smash off for a winner. Back live, love 15. You know, Pat, it occurred to me in the last game that Connors was in the same position that Orantes was in last night against Vilas, down 2 sets and 2 love.
You were going to turn the lights on again tonight?
Might have to, Bill Talbert.
I suspect you might.
Love 30.
Love 30. Service out.
Just missed the center service line. That second serve fascinates me, Tony.
Sure been effective. Beautiful shot by Connors.
Went for broke on that one.
Take a look at that again. You'll see how Orantes is sort of moving around. Connors runs around a one-hander and hits it back into the other corner. Perfect spot. And we're back live. And there's a service break for Jimmy Connors, one that he needed so badly to get even at 2-all in this third set.
Game, Connors. Games are 2-all.
Wait, Jim.
Games are 2-2. We're in the third set with Connors serving. Orantes won the first 2 sets. Scores 6-4 and 6-3. Connors turning it on now.
And it's 40 love.
40 love.
And with a good disguise cross court, Connors holds serve.
Game 6 of set 3. That's his first point. Orantes won the first 2 sets. Connors leads in this one 3-2. Orantes serving.
Didn't take that extra step, Tony.
Orantes likes to slide over and sort of face the net on the forehand side so he can push off and come back, but he certainly did not get over to that one very well.
15 all. All.
Touch, maybe?
Forehand rolled cross court. Connors was waiting for it. The backhand cupped, angled back cross court for a winner. 30-15.
Last shot would give you an idea of how well he disguises, whether he's going down the line or cross court.
One thing that so many of the less than great players do, they always feel in hitting a passing shot that they have to hit the ball very, very hard.
Looks like Connors' approach shot took a bad bounce. You watch Orantes have to dip down all of a sudden because the ball didn't come up. He didn't make a good shot, and Connors knocked off the volley. Back live, it's 30 all.
Depth.
Just out.
Think Jimmy liked that one?
30-40.
And it's break point for Connors.
Next.
By Orantes.
Slipped a little change of speed on the second serve to Connors.
Hold.
That's out over the baseline.
And then
Now Orantes has the advantage. He's trying to hold serve to get even at 3 all in the third set. Way out over the baseline, and Connors is really upset with himself as Orantes holds serve, and it's 3 all in the third.
Game, Orantes. Games are 3 all. Third set.
Of course, the longer this match goes, the more you have to consider, right, a dejected and obviously nervous Pancho Segura as Connors' coach, saying you have to start thinking about the match Orantes had last night, the long one. How much did it really take out of him?
So far, it doesn't appear that it took too much out of him. Like it just warmed him up a little bit.
He's had the best record of all the players in recent weeks. He's had to put together a lot of good wins.
He's beaten Vilas the last 4 times they've played one another.
I think he looks a lot bigger than he is. He's 5'9.5", 160 or thereabouts. But very, very muscular.
On the other hand, Connors is 5'10" and 150. Just out.
15-30.
Change of pace is doing the job.
Double break point for Manuel Orantes. It's 15-40. 3-0 in the third set. Orantes has won the first two.
After he made that one. I've been coming to Forest Hills for 40-some years. I've never seen the fans so excited as the players walk back to their positions.
Manuel Orantes serving now, leading in the third set 4-3. This is Pat Summerall along with Bill Talbot and Tony Trabert. Orantes in the near court. Connors at the other end in trouble.
Fantastic. That's all I can say.
That is some kind of passing shot.
Ball went to Nastasi, and he got a big cheer. One of the few he's gotten this week.
Just too steady, Tony. When he hits short, he's good. He gives him the junk. He hits deep. He can put pace on the ball, and he doesn't miss.
And it's 30 love.
There haven't been too many that he hasn't gotten to. That was one of them.
30-15. Orantes serving on your left, Connors on the right.
And serving well, too.
40-15.
We're in the third set. Orantes won the first two. He leads 4-3 in this one.
Tennis player.
Oh, smart play. Here comes Orantes for the first time in the match in behind his serve. Connors got over and went cross-court. Orantes stretched out, blocked the forehand volley into the open court. He has held serve. Connors now serves at 3-5 in the third set. Connors, well placed.
And again, you can hear Connors after every shot. with that gasp. He puts everything into it. So does Orantes.
Traver and I were out there. It might be our last gasp.
15 all.
Well, that ball by Connors missed about 6 or 7 feet over the baseline. It's 15 all. Orantes told me that on one of his match points, he was down against Vilas. He went in behind his second service. I took a chance, and Vilas didn't see me coming and made the volley.
Oh!
Court. Connors guessed right, was there and missed the easy volley, and it's now 15-30. Orantes is 2 points away from becoming the U.S. Open singles champion. Connors waits for the crowd noise to die down. Got there and hit his own foot with his racket. He was trying to make the swing. He was showing everybody. He tried to make the passing shot, and there's Bill Reardon. Tried to make the passing shot on the run. His racket hit his foot.
He's laughing at himself.
I'm sure that's more nervous laughter than anything else. It's 30 all. Out.
Ball is out.
And it's now match point for Manuel Orantes. Covering down the line, the backhand with topspin hit a little bit below the tape, and Connors has saved 1 match point. It's deuce.
Connors looked over and shook his finger at Orantes after that ball went into the net. Maybe to break some of the tension. Deuce.
Jimmy's mother said that he does that. His repartee with the crowd is to break the tension.
Over to his wife.
But I'm sure that you would be the first to say that your opponent today was one of the greatest players playing at his very finest. On behalf of the U.S. Tennis Association, first of all, I would like to present you with this silver ball to go with the gold one you got last year, and your check for $12,000.
Connors has to say as he accepts the check. The runner-up check. Let's listen to what Jimmy has to say. The check is worth $12,000, by the way. Let's listen to Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Stan. First of all, to Manolo, He played unbelievable. I didn't think it would be possible for him through the whole course of a match to hit passing shots and to play the kind of shots that he did. But unfortunately for me, he did. No, he played great. Congratulations to you. Also, I hope, well, first of all, thank you to the people for coming out. This is the first time that, well, since I've been playing, I think since the U.S. Open has been around, that they had night matches, and I think not only for the day sessions, but for the night sessions, you people have been fantastic to come out and sit in the stands, sometimes in the cold, sometimes in the drizzle. So I think without the people here in the stands today, the tournament wouldn't be so much. So thank you all people here.
Lucky last night because I have a very tough match with Guillermo and he deserved to win too. I enjoyed very much all these 2 weeks playing with you people, supporting all the players, and I think it has been a great tournament, and I'm so excited that I only can say thank you and hope to see you next year. Thank you.
So, to Orantes, $25,000 and the U.S. Open men's singles. There was an absolutely terrific women's doubles match earlier this afternoon between Margaret Court and Virginia Wade. They were partners against Billie Jean King and Rosie Casals. We're going to show you some highlights of that match in a map of Forest Hills. The good ship America from Goodyear. And this is Tony Trabert, and that's the 1975 U.S. Open men's champion. Tony, your conversation.
Manuel, first of all, our sincere congratulations for a tremendous job.
Yeah, I think I've been very lucky because I won a match that yesterday I never thought I could have won. And today I think I played a great match, and Jimmy wasn't playing that well, and I'm very proud and very happy to make this big tournament.
Well, you played quite differently tactically. Whose idea was that you give Jimmy so many softballs?
Well, was my idea because I don't have anybody here coaching me. I thought, that he likes to hit, the ball very hard. He's very fast, faster than I am. So, I said, well, I'm not going to give him nothing to hit there. He's going to have to go for the ball all the time. I think sometimes he was making those shots, but I was waiting for him to miss a couple and then make some points by my own.
Well, okay, we've got match point. We're going to show that in just a second. But did you at any point... Here we go at match point now. Here's Jimmy Connors serving to you. Now Connors is going to come in.
Yeah, well, I thought that he was going to come in as soon as he could. And, I was ready for it.
So the first forehand goes down the line.
Yeah, he covered that.
Now, why didn't you go cross court?
Well, because I saw him, first of all, trying to go the other way. And I think somebody told him that my forehand goes all the time cross court. So today I was passing him more down the line.
Well, that was a tremendous effort. Pat?
Kay, we offer our congratulations. It was a great championship. You had to be tired.
Well, I don't feel it that tired now. I'm so happy that I'm feeling great. It was really a great tournament for me.
I'd just like to say congratulations to a great tennis player and a great sportsman. We love to watch you play.
And, of course, there is a possibility, I guess.
Yeah, probably I will give Connor a chance now to challenge me.
A chance to challenge at Caesar's Palace, maybe in February. Huh? That'll be something that we'll be looking forward to. As we said before, it's been a great 12 days at Forest Hills.